Hello, friends. So, we understand that we are in a very difficult time today. Most of the global economies are largely shut down with national lockdowns all across different countries. And in that context, we see how the vulnerables are getting deeply hit, and the economic activities are not moving forward, and the velocity of flow of transaction, be it cash flow or whatever activities which were a norm earlier, is not happening, and the growth rates are constantly being expected to lower down. For instance, for the Indian economy, most of the predictors are saying that it will be around 1% or even less than that. So we understand that this is one aspect, economic slowdown and recession, and on the other side, containment of virus is another thing. Now, let's think it that is there a possibility for the economic velocity to grow, for the economic movement to happen, along with containment of virus, the spread of the virus be contained. So can these two coexist, or we are in a dichotomous situation where it's not possible for both of them to run together? Proper containment with proper economy moving ahead. Now, this is the biggest challenge being faced across business houses, across political leaders, across economists and thinkers, that how these two can coexist. A proper economic development, a sustainable one, where all the vulnerables and all sections of the society can operate and move ahead. And along with that, the virus is also spread. And definitely in parallel, we are creating the vaccine. So, how to achieve that? That is the question being tried to answer. And in that context, the government tried to release a certain section of work from 20th April 2020 onwards in India, so that some of the economic activities can start and basic supplies can restore. Uh, that includes the agrarian works largely, and beyond that, some manufacturing works. And uh, and these should happen without spreading the virus thing. So these need to coexist, and we are currently in a time of experiment post 20th April of how our cases are rising, and or how well we are containing the doubling rate or the spread of the virus, and how well the economic is reviving, getting back on track. Once we understand to play with these two, the art, then that balance is something which will set a model for all across the world, because the entire globe is struggling to strike a balance on this. And definitely in this context, uh, as of now, work from home is definitely being leveraged very deeply with most of the firms, and that is helping. However, a few industries like tourism industry and hospitality industry and such others are definitely and flights as well are getting badly hit. But even in that context, some so those industries, the government can come in and intervene in a strategic way so that they can sustain their employees, they can sustain their business, and things could move ahead at least till the time we create a vaccine. So, for the next 12 months, if we are expecting a vaccine to come in the market in 12 months, then for the next 12 months, it is very important for the governments and the thinkers and the decision makers to strike a balance between the two, and there should be no harassment of the employers in this context in terms of undue scrutinies of and undue blaming of them, putting the lives of the employees under threat. So these things are to be, so the government needs to intervene in a very appropriate way for the next 12 months on how these two can coexist. As long as we don't have uh, uh, a widespread, uncontrolled uh, coronavirus expansion, we can increase the experiment to release the lockdown and in a contained way try to create a path so that the economy survives and the virus is contained by the time we reach the vaccine point where we have the vaccine. So people need to coordinate as well with the government on this and support the movement and play along. Thank you.